Good morning, YouTube. Alright, today is Thursday the 29th. Alright, so I'm going to cover some economic news that just came out. Um, but you know what though, guys? Let's, you can't even see it. Let me, there we go. Let me lower it a little bit though. There we go. When it's time, I'll raise them up. Okay. Alright, so what are we looking for? We got, uh, we got personal spending up. As expected. So up 0.2%. Same thing with personal income. Now the March University of Michigan consumer sentiment is at 102, and it's supposed to be in a range of 101 to 102. Now we did a consumer sentiment the other day, and if I'm not mistaken, that was up. That went. It was like it was down. It was like 128 from 130. So this consumer Michigan sentiment's a little different. I don't know what the previous numbers were, so we don't know. I don't know if it's bad or good, but I'm giving you the number anyway. We got 1K a jobless minus 1,000 jobless claims, which is pretty good. Um, and that's so far the economic news here. We can I'll give an update when more stuff comes out later in the day. But now here we have stocks here. So gold is failing at 38 right now. That's what it looks like at least. It had a little pop bounce above it, and don't know if it can hold. We have the Dixie. I don't think it's gonna get support here. It might. Um, you know, I just don't see it. The dollar's going down long term. Um, although if gold is going down, most likely the dollar's gonna go up. But I mean, probably the pressure from the dollar going down like this could bring gold up too, as well. Think about that. Now, now we got the 10 year. The 10 years, it got a little bit of support yesterday. And we're getting a little bit more support today, but it's not really doing much. We're still down 27.72. So I don't know when this is gonna break this downtrend here. I mean, I tried to keep calling it out when it was gonna break the downtrend, but I think the Federal Reserve's just buying bonds at the back door. That's most likely what they're doing. We don't know for sure. We don't even know what like. We need an audit uh, on the Fed to see what they're doing because this practice of backdoor buying bonds is unacceptable. Okay, so what do we have? We have futures. Let's see. It looks like forward slash NQ um, is testing support at a critical level here, um, and it looks like it's. I mean, I would assume it's gonna fail it, and if it does fail it, that means we're set up for a really bad open. Um, all right, Netflix, Amazon, are not looking good. They look like they can go lower, especially on hour charts. With hour charts, you get you can see what happens during the day, but it gives you a nice view of the MACD and other indicators. So what I see is they're peaked out and they're already showing signs of weakness. Um, let's see, Nvidia and Apple, they are they have just poked their first sign of weakness, but that doesn't mean too much. I mean, look at Netflix and Amazon. Like you could get a poke of weakness, but still continue to go higher and eventually test it. Um, that's that. I want to mention the dollar because the dollar is very interesting and it's up very high. And if it doesn't fall here, then I'd be very surprised. Um, it's we gotta. Let me get my. Let me see. Yeah, there's no more news. Okay. I want to make these videos short and quick. You know what? That light is probably annoying you guys. Let's just turn that off. Okay, so, let me get in the middle here, just so you can see what the fuck's going on. Alright, great, guys. So, alright, let me pull up the NQ just so you guys can see what I'm looking at. And let's also pull up the dollar, and let's pull up the 10 year. because these are things that are very strange and that you guys should also keep an eye on. But keep an eye on gold and precious metals because that's also going to be affected. Now, all right, you see here on this 5-minute chart, looks like we have peaked out and we are going down. So we did not hit higher than 91.147. That's a bad sign. That's a bearish sign. 10-year looks like it's popped up, but that's it. It could come back down. I mean, the indicators look like it's going to come up a little again. It probably, I don't know. That's a good question. You know, we might get one of these guys and just slowly ride on the top here with a positive positive MACD histo, and then just like here, like you see how we're coming up. It's the same thing. You know, we might just keep rising up slowly. Um, so we got to watch the 10-year, and here's the relationship between the dollar and the 10-year. So the 10-year it gets paid out in dollars. Um, if you know, if the yield is going up, that means um, the dollars you'd be paying, it's going to hurt you more to pay those dollars back if they're worth more. But if they're worth less, you don't mind paying them back as much. So, you know, as these yields increase, the U.S. government, it's more pressure on them with a higher dollar. So, but we have pressure from a long-term dollar decrease from 103 we just saw. 103, and now look here. We're at the top of the range. We can't even break above like we did before. We are gonna come crashing down, and we are gonna test this 88 handle and go even lower. And this is a long-term dollar trend, especially with China trading their petro yuan. That's what it's called, yuan, I think. Um, so the petro yuan is being traded, and they can, you know, they can trade yuan for gold or however it works. But they trade it in yuan, and they're also using gold. Now, gold is money, and gold has been money since the beginning of time. Um, I'm going to tell you a fairy tale, and that this is not true, but I'm going to tell you it anyway because it just shows you it's at the heart of pretty much every story. So the Sumerians believed that aliens had came down here and were mining the planet for gold. Um, and gold is the most important, not the most, but one of the most important elements you know we have. It's the most rare, or one of the most rare. I mean, that could be argued and debated, but I think gold bugs understand that. You know, when you have a fiat currency, it just has no backing, no value. But if it's attached to gold, if you can go to the bank and exchange your paper money, if you got your paper money, guys and girls, you can go in and get it exchanged for gold. That's beautiful. That's just fantastic. All right, so right now /NQ, I'm gonna pull it up here. Is where it looks like we're bouncing off support actually, which is a good sign for the bulls. Now, like I said, this market is either going to swing either way, and that's what we're really looking for. But we just got to keep an eye out because we can't be so sure that it's breaking. I mean, it has support yet. You know, it's 913. That's pretty funny because the Federal Reserve was created in 1913. But anyway, this is what we got going on here, guys. In my opinion, it looks like it's gonna break here. It's done this fucking stupid trend all night. All night, it's just been riding up. I mean, it's kind of crazy how much they pumped this market up. Um, so there you have it. Um, I gave you some news, some this, some that. We're at 10 minutes. That's absolutely perfect. I ranted a little bit, which is perfect. I want to get these videos about 5-10 minute range. That way you guys aren't bombarded with analysis, and that way you guys aren't bombarded about this or that. I mean, a 20-minute video here and there is good, but for every video to be 20 minutes, I think it's going to lose some of your attention spans, and you guys might not want to follow or listen to the whole show. Well, that's the pre-market morning show. Um, If you have any questions, please comment, like, and subscribe. I'll be making videos every single day. I'm going to go back to school, so in that fall semester, I may have difficulty making morning market videos, but I'll be definitely making aftermarket videos and videos in general. So that's that, and I'll probably make a video before 12 o'clock, just talking about what happened. It's going to swing either way. Most likely, we're going to fail this right here. Once we do happen to fail it, we're in for some trouble. Let's pull up the regular charts to see where we're headed. I'm sorry, guys. I just keep going on and on and on and on and on. But it's important for you guys to get my viewpoint. That's okay. Look here. So we had a strong positive run here, but let's pull up a 30-minute chart because this does it well. This does it well. That hour chart just doesn't show what we need to look at. Great. Look at here. Look at how we failed this. Look at how we're positive. So I mean, this increased, but now it's starting to peak back down. Um, you know, uh, I'll just do this just so you can see here. /NQ. Look at here. Okay, you can see how we've increased. We've been increasing all night, and now we're gonna fail it. CCI peaked up. RSI didn't go anywhere, and Trix kind of floated up near that zero range. Um, and look at here, comp and I mean Dow Jones and S&P just kind of went flat and failed it. So that's an indication to me that that the markets are just not able to pick themselves up, and if you're not able to pick yourselves up, you're gonna fall back down. So that's in my opinion what's gonna happen. I was absolutely confident that we were gonna have a 400-point drop yesterday. So we might get the drops today or tomorrow. Right now, we could swing either way. Get a 200-point swing higher, and then maybe Friday get a 200-point swing, 400, maybe 600-point swing lower. But the biggest rallies happen in bear markets. I am confident that we are in a bear market right now and that this is not a correction. Um, I think things have to steam up. Geopolitical tensions have to rise even more. Probably Trump's going to get us into war. We see a lot of sketchy things happening around the world. So we just need to be vigilant, keep your eyes out, and good luck trading. I have no positions opened. I had to close my positions yesterday. I got short squeezed. Um, I made a little bit of profit, like 20 bucks, but then I said fuck it and I'm gonna play it again, and I ended up losing. So there you have it. Um, all right, well, I'll catch you on the flip side. That's been Pre-Market Morning Show. Take care.